imminent. Go throw them knees up in the air.
9, 8, 7. We have a go for main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1. And lift off.
All week for some SFL action on a big screen. I feel like I'm Ashley Jackson. Quarterback sneak, 4th and 3. Man, what's happening? Touchdown, championships trying to stack. I've been waiting all week for some SFL action on a big screen. I feel like I'm Ashley Jackson. Quarterback sneak, 4th and 3. Man, what's happening? Touchdown, championships trying to stack up. Rushing like a bullet into the end zone. Defense, hold up, no scoring in the red zone. Throw it up, pick 6. I feel like I'm Josh Rowe. Throwing downs over the shoulder, think I'm Jack Wigmore. I need me back to back, trying to be like Vulture.
Yeah, to the game. This one here for the Vultures, baby. We the champions. We royalty. We a dynasty, y'all. You all put your head up, yeah. The situation, man, it can change up. The enemy, he always trying to play us, cause he know deep inside he can't fade us. We royalty. We got 3 of them, y'all. Best believe we royalty. Shout out to Wigmore. Yeah, I'm a Baltimore life, baby. Best believe we royalty. Let's go. Yeah. When we walk up on the field, man, we lit. We better hope the wake ain't first up for the hit. For the committee, you know it's lights out. Run it down your mouth, or we could bomb it out to the house. Have it your way like DK, yeah. But you better be strapped up and ready for the gameplay. Cause when we step on the field, bro, it's go time. SryRon, TD, the Willie clutch from Wiggy down. Or maybe it feels like hitting mac and cheese on the post, or maybe Daily Holder on a hitch and go. Up the middle with the war horse. A little taste of T-Roy for the main course. Yeah, and I ain't even talked about the weight. One of the best in the league when it comes to takeaways. The boats in the back, in the middle's locked down. Here's another sack for SryRon and Nate Brown. When you all put your head up, yeah. The situation, man, it can change up. The enemy, he always trying to play us, cause he know deep inside he can't fade us. We royalty. Best believe we royalty. For real. We royalty. Best believe we royalty. Yeah. When you all put your head up, yeah. The situation, man, it can change up. The enemy, he always trying to play us, cause he know deep inside he can't fade us. We royalty. Best believe we royalty. For real. We royalty. Best believe we royalty. Yeah. Yeah. You already know what it is. TFL in the building. And if you don't know, I'm number 83, baby. Yeah. Throw it to the tight end. All day, every day, baby. We the champs.
What is up, SFL Nation? We are back with my championship winners, 4-time champions, Baltimore Vultures. Gentlemen, you know, some things just ain't fair. You know, just ain't fair. 4-time? The only other team that done that was Queen City, but y'all damn sure earned it, man. Y'all damn sure. Congratulations, fellas. How y'all doing tonight?
What's going on?
My blood pressure's finally down.
Y'all bet.
Man,
so it's always love. It's always love.
Yeah.
Blessed and highly favored.
Awesome.
Amen.
Amen indeed. Well, gentlemen, you know, it's funny how we keep meeting like this, you know, but the only problem is this time you had to beat us to get it. So it's it's an interesting feeling. But first, before we get started with all of that, the memory of everything, let's get some introductions in order. First, I have Mr. Nate Brown, defensive tackle. He has been with the Vultures since season 15. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Man, doing fantastic, man. That's a long time to be with one team.
Well, you know, I think I was blessed to get picked by the Vultures, and I think I'm going to stay with the Vultures. So,
blessed to have you.
Like, why mess up with that thing?
Not even that. I don't think I might fit with everybody else though, because we got it's so right. You know what I mean? The Vulture culture is just so real. You know what I mean? You gotta be in the locker room to understand it though.
And if they watch shows like these, and if they watch different shows I've had that feature you guys, they get a good idea too. But
hopefully we get another video.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I don't feel bad though. Because the last game is afraid. I know you know. It's like,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it makes our season look real better though. Like
it was a tough one.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Next up, SryRon Yates, the fourth, Vice Presidente and defensive tackle. Hell of a defensive tackle. Been with the Vultures since season 14. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Making it, man. I'm doing all right. You know.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna put a few more sacks on me, but I guess I was a little bit too fast for you. Now your boy, I don't know what the hell he was on, boy.
Well, it wasn't about sacking you. It was about giving you pressure. We understand that some quarterbacks sometimes break under pressure. So you know, all we needed to do is put pressure on quarterbacks. We ain't want to sack you. We like you a lot. We don't want to sack you. We just want to make you throw interceptions.
Well, I appreciate it.
Just nudge her a little bit. You know.
Well, I appreciate it because London almost murdered me on the last game. So I appreciate y'all kind of taking it easy.
Yeah.
Except for Al, he had something against you.
I could. Freaking Al, bro. Like, you fool. But next up, I have Mr. Ivory Ervin, wide receiver, been with the Vultures since season 14. I'm sorry, Ivory Ervin Jr. Listen, incredible season. This man got touchdowns in every category. I don't understand that. How you do that, bro?
Well, they don't call me Willie Clutch for nothing.
Willie Clutch.
I know that's right.
Okay, damn right about that. How you you enjoying the accolades that you got this season, man? I mean, you were scaring some teams out there, bro.
I'm like this. And this is the saying that the fellas know in the locker room. Real killers don't talk. Real killers walk in silence. So I'm just, all the accolades are fine, but when it comes on the field, I'm going to line up and may the best man win.
All right now. Now, look who we got sneaking in the back door. Mr. DJ Bandit. He is tight end. Over from Atlanta, slid over to Baltimore and got him a ring. Look.
You're lucky enough to get him.
Let's talk about that, DJ.
I wouldn't try to brag or nothing because you were flying it the last time we talked, you know. But hey, it is a great feeling to be able to sit here and say to the great Ashley Jackson, "I got a ring on you, sweetheart." You know,
you know, it's crazy because the one ring I got is from y'all. That's crazy.
I know it. Hey, back. Sorry, I had to be a part of it, but it was a great season. I tell you what just a crazy turn of events all the way around from the London game just to the very last minute. I mean, just what an amazing season. Just nail biters all the way around.
And that's what you pay for, right? That's the reason why we pay all these fees and everything else to give them a good show in the end. So,
Are you not entertained?
Okay.
All right.
Then I got my good friend, Mr. T. Roy Gaines. He is a general manager, fullback.
Presidente.
Presidente.
And GM.
And okay, let's start over. Okay. So we got
I think we need all 5 fingers for this one.
Okay. El Presidente. We got general manager. We got fullback. We have best general manager probably the league has ever had.
I don't know about that one.
Would be kind of,
Hall of Fame.
And Hall of Famer.
Not yet, but
I don't know about that either. We'll see.
I mean,
it's coming.
Definitely coming. And you have been with the Vultures since season 11. Man.
Now I got the grade to match the years I've been here, huh?
Yeah. I know that's true, guys. We do get great. You see this? I don't know if y'all can see it. I got one long.
Every time she does that, I have to remind her that, we can barely see it, but when you look at me, it's too damn obvious.
Nah, brother, that's all Cool Whip. You just got your face all too deep in the pie, and it's all like Cool Whip. My dad does the same stuff every day. I'm telling you, he keeps on saying he's 33, but he's creeping up on 60.
I'm creeping.
It works for him.
Oh, dang, bro. Y'all are nuts, man. I can only imagine what that locker room is like.
Ain't nothing wrong with grades, man. Calm down.
No, I ain't hiding it at all either. No.
It's wisdom.
Distinguished gentleman.
Like
that's what my ex told me. Distinguished, yes.
What is it? Been not putting no cocoa bean numbers 5 up in that motherfucker. Let that shine.
Oh, man.
Oh, good stuff. Now, T-Pat might join us. I'm not quite sure. He may join us. He may not. But I do have some quotes from quarterback. I think, now, isn't he your assistant coach too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool. Yep.
Yes. Quarterback. Assistant coach ever since season 15, Jack Wigmore. And I got a quote from the legend, coach and owner, TJ Speaks. Been here since season 1. So really excited to bring you all of that, man. But first, from the people that are in the room with me right now, describe what it's like to be the 4-time championship winner. 4 times.
Presidente first.
All right. Well, to see where we were at one point since season 11 all the way up to 14, where we were the team that was known as the ones that can get to the playoffs, but unfortunately couldn't get over the hump, to now being, in terms of championship wins, one of the top 2 in the league. It's pretty awesome. Like, I already achieved my goal. So everything that's happening now is now just extra. I definitely am very happy and I guess speechless. I can't even come up with the true words of this, being around the Vulture locker room, new and old folks that's been around. I'm happy that we got it done. We'll talk about this later. It sucks had to be against you since, our connection for so long. But I'm happy you done it. Happy we got a ring for DJ and for Maddie, our 2 newest players on the team. I know DJ definitely wanted that ring after what happened in the SFLM, because he could have had 2. He should have had 2. I felt bad for DJ, but he got the 1. So now that was my goal. It's like, if we get any new folks that comes in, help them and get that ring, and then help this franchise continue its legacy. And I guess we can officially say we are a dynasty now at this point.
Indeed. Ivory?
Oh, man. There are no words to describe it. Like I just take it one game at a time, one season at a time. We played a lot of good teams. We had a lot of close calls, but I mean, our core group of guys, we just always pull through. This team continues to get better and better each year. One thing we say is that we always look for balance, and we continue to get as more guys come in, that balance just only gets better, and it's just evident. And I'm just in shock because it's one thing to get it once, but to get it 4 times, that is amazing. So that ought to show you the level of talent we have on this team, and also the amount of character of each player that is on the team. So yeah.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. What about you, Nate?
Oh shoot, you already know. Season was tremendous. We got probably the best coaching staff in the league. I ain't gonna lie, hands down. Them guys put in work. And then not even that, we balance on offense and defense and special teams. So like you may get us in one department, but we're gonna strike you on another department. You know what I mean? We like a domino. You just can't stop us how we just roll. And then not even that though. We untouchable. We cold, but I ain't gonna lie. Like some calls was there for us, but man, I love this season. I love this game. I love how we connect though. And guess what? We're trying to get another one.
Yep.
Okay.
Trying to get another one.
All right. Ron, what about you?
Yeah, go ahead and let DJ go. I'm warming up.
Okay.
You're gonna make me jump in. All right. Man.
Hey DJ, before you start, I need to commend you for joining this team because we were all hoping that your role as in the stats receiving wise would have been a lot bigger than what it unfortunately became. But as a role player, you were a integral part of our running game, helping us out, help myself out, help Warren out big time, and your special teams play on both sides of special teams, making the tackles that's needed and opening up holes for Ivory. You were a part of that too. So you've been a total team player. I wish your stats were a little bit more. I think everybody does too. And, T-Pat was definitely agree with that. We definitely are very fortunate to have you. So thank you for everything you had done up to this point.
Hey, man, I'm just so glad to be a part of just this great team, man. I mean, you go right ahead, man. I just want to say thank you very much for that. But yeah, you go right ahead, man. What you got to say, brother?
T-Roy, I got to say he did all that, but in a lot of games, he did make some key catches. He really did. I was like, oh my goodness.
I try.
He came in and like, oh wow, he's making key catches. All right. Because usually for any team, they're always going to focus on the number one tight end. But to have 2 tight ends, making catches, and the catch that he made, I'm like, oh man, this offense is nice. Not just from the starters, but from the number 2s and everything else. So for BJ to come in and to do what he did and making catches like that, yeah.
And he had a key catch.
We gotta keep him.
Yeah, he had a key catch in the championship game too. I think it was a 20-yarder.
He's pretty close.
First or second
something about that. Yeah.
But go ahead.
I was very happy about that for sure. That was a nice catch.
Hold on, DJ. But guess what? We always losing tight ends, man. What's up?
3 years in a row we have. Yeah, that's true.
All the tight ends keep leaving us, man. Like they don't like the vulture culture or something. I don't know. Go ahead.
Man, a lot of what it is, I'm sure, is just that they come and they get their ring and they're ready to fly out, get their own wings because y'all are just like dominant. I mean, whether it wasn't just necessarily one-sided either way, halfway through the season it was seemed like it was offense. The other half it seemed like it was defense. It just one way or the other, we just found a way to just keep winning and keep coming back. I mean, even after that first loss, whenever I had my last interview with AJ, I determined that we were going to be the last one to not lose. But hey, the next game we lost, so I kind of put my foot in my mouth on that one. But hey, we come back strong. We come back and we finish the game. I hate to say it, also as well, I got a lot of respect for AJ and her culture over there as well. But I'm just so glad that we were able to come out with the W, man. And I'm waiting on that ring already.
Man, me too.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ryan, what's up?
My bad. My power went out and came back in. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, because the song got kind of darker.
Right.
Yeah, hold on one second.
Yeah, take your time.
That's the Ohio stuff, man. That's how it go around here, man. You know, and then that's be stopping. People be crashing in the trees.
Damn.
You know, bad wind.
Y'all can't drive? What is happening?
Hey, down in Texas, we drive dumb as any get up. So
potholes all in the street. You know how it be.
That's why I'm yelling your name.
Horse in the ditch.
Right.
There we go.
So what were you saying again? I'm sorry.
How does it describe the feeling of being a 4-time championship winner?
Well, you know, we got a song called We're Royalty. You know what I mean? I say we're immortal. You know what I mean? Because no matter what goes on, no matter how it goes on, they can never take any of them from us. So every time they start comparing something like, oh yeah, remember when the Vultures went this, and remember this person, and remember that person, nasty motherfucking Nate and them. You know what
I mean? Should I say what that picture was? That me was? No, I'm not going to. Keep it in the house.
I mean, you might as well.
No. We keep it in the house.
But the thing about it though is that, you know, me always shaking like that. We just, you know, it feel good. You know, I want all my teammates to walk around that's been around since the first ring. Not to say anything bad about the teammates that are getting their rings now, because in a minute we're gonna have a glove like Thanos. You know what I mean?
Yep.
No, about to be Tom Brady, like every one of y'all. I swear to God, like nobody hardly ever leaves. It's like one or two people.
Why should we leave? Why should we leave? They gotta kick me off. I would be the I'll carry the equipment around, dude.
Equipment manager.
Man, whatever. The vulture culture is real, man. The vulture culture is real.
Oh, my bad. It froze again. Everything kicked back in the house. You know, the internet and everything. My bad. It froze. Yeah, I was talking my shit, and then I had to look and see DJ froze. Like, God damn.
Hey, I'm not a pretty man to look at all the time. It's just partial. I'm a bear. I got spaghetti. I got Chex Mix. I'm still eating while we're talking.
I know, that's right. You's a bear.
Hibernating.
Yeah,
next season.
Yes, sir.
Clearly.
Right. Okay, so I don't know where I left off at, though, but, you know, I'm going to start off where I need to start off anyway, though. But, you know, I love the squad. I love the team. I love the Vultures. This is what we do. You know what I mean? And I've always said it, and I'm always going to say it again. You can't stop one aspect of our team. You got to stop all aspects of our team. You know what I mean? You might stop Willie Clutch from catching a touchdown, then he run a punt back on you. You know what I mean? You might stop me. You might stop me from going in, but you can't stop Al from going in. You can't stop Nate from going in. You can't stop our linebackers from beating up on running backs and stuff like that, or secondary. Then you flip the ball over. You might stop. You might stop Jack a little bit, but we got the best tight end core there is. We got the best receiver core there is, and we got the best running back. What you gonna do about that? I keep telling them, quit playing with us. We are grown motherfucking man up in here, and we play a grown man sport. We want to beat everybody. This is what we do. If you want to just watch and just look real good, look at us. You know, look at greatness. We like to exert it a little bit. I'll talk a lot of shit. Every season I'll talk shit. But I have yet to miss the playoffs, not one season since I've been in the league. And I got 4 rings from my brothers and myself to prove that we are the best there is. We are the platinum. Fuck the diamond. We are the platinum. Y'all should be looking at us to see what we're doing. We're not going nowhere. We're not trading nobody. We're not leaving. When we leave, we retiring. Our core already said it. When we leave, we're not going nowhere else. We're retiring or we're going into the bigger office. It's all good. You'll never get none of us and think that we're going to make your team better because we are good where we are. We keep it comfortable. We keep it gutter with each other. We talk to each other like we brothers. We show respect, and we're going to win another ring. It might not be next year. It might be the season after that, but y'all going to talk about us better than y'all talked about Denver, Queen City, Alaska, or whoever they want to be right now. Florida, who cares? You know what I mean? This is the Vultures. This is the Baltimore Vultures. This is what we do. We do it for the brand. We do it for, we love doing this shit. This is what we do. We love this shit. So come on again. I told Arizona, y'all got an invitation to come and play with us again in the championship game next year. You know what I mean? We'll be there. Somebody else need to be there. Or y'all could be there. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done.
If there was a pasture ever in the SFL, that was it right there. Like, I feel like I just got a whole full-on sermon, and like I just was blessed. My God, I just got baptized vocally. I feel cleansed. Like,
oh Lord,
say it, my man.
You miss it. He does it. He always does it every time we're on Ashley's show together like this. And every time he's on any show that he's on, he's been the new voice of the Vultures since I took a huge step back this year.
Yeah, he really
goosebumps.
And rightfully so. I mean, the honest truth is that people can be upset about what was said. And the thing about it is, what are you going to do about it?
What are you going to do about it?
So
that's the key.
The Scorpions definitely took you to the limit.
Absolutely.
And I knew
beyond the limit.
Man.
I knew
overtime. Yeah.
It was close. It was too close.
Yeah.
You know, but if you ever listen to our shows, and anybody, you know, with sense, I would say, they would look at what you guys do. They would understand how the players work, what works and what don't. And they would try to model themselves after you, because after all, you are the standard right now. You are the bar that's set high. But it's crazy because we wanted that. But I'm speaking for myself personally, you know, because I have shared a lot of these moments with you guys. I know the culture that you guys have. I know the players that are always out there, not for just the core locker room, but for everybody else. Every time I ever needed something, you know, I know that I could come to at least somebody on the Vultures that could come out. I mean, of course, I talk to everybody in the league, but like when I tell you I felt like we're brothers or sister teams, I mean that. So, like, for us to take that loss, yes, it did hurt because we were this close to beating the at the time 3-time champions that nobody ever thought that, you know, a 5th seed could do, you know. But it's okay because the way we played you guys are taking you to the limit. I know that we had the right recipe. It just didn't quite come together the way that it needed to. But you guys are the pinnacle. You guys are the statement team. You guys are the top team. And I think everybody in the league should definitely look at what you guys are doing, how you're doing it, and try to not even emulate it, because you can try to emulate it and it still won't work. You got to be better. You got to figure it out.
All chapters.
All chapters.
All chapters. And I've often said this, like, you guys, there, if the offense is not clicking, if Jack is throwing all kind of, you know, interceptions, then special teams can easily take over. Then defense can easily run back pick 6, and that's scary. That's scary for a lot of teams. You know,
a minute and a half in the SFL is not a minute and a half in the NFL. I mean, there's a lot more time in a minute and a half, and that. I've seen so many crazy turns where, I mean, we just won in the last seconds of a field goal that I never would have thought in a million years we would have got. And we still came out like, man, what just crazy season.
But this season was crazy because it's a lot of plays I've never seen in this game that was jumping on. Like that last call, though, that little pass interference, the face mask
on Ivory.
Yeah, I was like, what? Oh, well, we'll take it. I'm sorry.
Moving chains.
Hey,
making the plays that you need, that we needed. Had to do it.
Y'all know that damn home cooking came in handy.
Hey, here's the thing with all pro football. They make the right calls. They just don't call the right penalty or call the right name for it. It's like, that clipping is called a lot, but most of the time it's blocking the back, which is still a form of clipping, but most of the time it's blocking the back. They call it clipping. Everybody's like, that doesn't look like it's clipping. And then Ivory's the penalty on Ivory was legit pass interference. They just explained it as a face mask that happened because that's exactly what happened. He got face mask, but that is legit pass interference, which negated the INT, unfortunately for you and your team, Ashley. But that all pro football has a funny way of calling the right penalty, but saying it the wrong way. So I just want to give everybody a heads up on that.
Yeah. But the thing about it though is I had to tell people this: we don't control that. We don't have no control of the game whatsoever. We seeing it as they see it.
Yep.
And I told somebody hit me in the thing, and I'm like congratulations, but that was a bad one. I'm like, hey, look, man, I can't control that. Yep. You know what I mean? I can't control that. I don't know. We just as surprised as you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I'm not wearing a zebra jersey.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not in the stripes.
But what did I say in the locker room though? I forget. It might have been DJ. I mean Bandit. My bad, bro.
You good, bro?
I said we've been here before. You know what I mean? Calm down. We've been here before. I mean, there's not a scenario that the Vultures ain't been through. We've been through all of them. Onside kicks to win the game. All kind of stuff, man. We've been
crazy stuff.
We've been through some.
You ain't lying.
I recall last year, we won because we went down, scored a field goal, and they were out of timeouts, and they couldn't snap the ball to stop it, and that's how we won the game.
You beat Florida, wasn't it?
That will be the second ring.
Yeah,
that'll be the second ring.
Man, we've been through some scenarios, man. I mean, we didn't got used to them. Like,
y'all made me a believer for sure. Like, I mean, anything is possible in this game. Like I said, 30 seconds can be a whole game changer.
We had a scary game against Vancouver earlier this year.
Yes.
Any what you say, Ashley, all the time? Any given Sunday. Yeah, we don't know how these things are gonna go. We'd be amazed, but we'll be back again to do it again because we like to see what new shit can happen.
And not even that though. That's why we always get that 100% progression though.
Absolutely,
it's very important.
It is.
We want the animations. We need those. Like,
I remember listening on Eddie's show. He was like, "Man, what does Baltimore do? They keep get the lowest, manage to fill under the cap, but get all these animations."
Bro,
I ain't gonna expose what we do. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But I do remember Eddie saying that. I was like, I couldn't. I was like, man, I gotta keep my mouth shut.
Facts.
Evidently, Eddie almost.
Yeah, great coaching staff.
Huh?
Great coaching staff, like Nate said.
Yeah, but they what's the name though? He almost did probably the same thing that we did. He just came to a PI or like you said, a face mask at the end. Yeah. The game was like, I said it's gonna be a slugfest. I told him on the what's the name? I said, Arizona, let's dance. Let's just keep dancing. Keep on throwing blows because we're gonna keep throwing blows. So it's either or. You know what I mean? This is what we're gonna do. I saw it happening, but to be what did I always say? To be a champ. You got to do championship to get a championship. You just got to keep fighting. I know a motherfucker named Buster Douglas who's from Columbus who beat Mike Tyson. So I'm just saying anything can happen at any time.
This is a wise man right here.
Yeah, it was close. I
don't know about being wise though, but thank you, brother. It is what it is though. Let's get another ring for you. You need another ring.
You need two.
Look bare. Your finger it looks a little bare. We need another ring on our hand.
Yeah, I'm Little Bear right now. I'm trying to get the Big Bear.
Oh, look who it is. It is.
Is it
Thomas.
T-Pat? Oh,
Petey.
he made it. Yes.
Oh,
snap.
Yes.
Hey,
boss.
T-Pat, welcome.
El Patron, the boss.
I don't see you, boss.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
sir.
How you doing?
Welcome to the show. There you go, the mastermind.
But I don't see him. I can't even see him.
You can't see him?
No, not at all.
See if you can change your view.
You gotta scroll down.
Yeah, you might have to change your view. T-Pat, I'm so glad that you're here. This is Thomas Paternini, everybody. He is the owner / coach and has been with the league since season 1, its inception, I believe.
Not season 1, maybe season 2 or something like that.
Wow, still
long enough.
We're all trying to grow up to be like him.
Okay.
He has the most rings now.
Thanos.
Thomas.
He can snap the finger. It's over for everybody.
Don't snap your finger, man. We still here. Calm down.
T-Pat, we are so glad that you made it. And I want to thank you so much for taking time out to be here. I know you're a busy man. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So tell me, what does being the 4-time championship winner mean to you?
I've actually got 6.
Oh, excuse me.
Yep. I say he's the king.
He's almost Tom Brady. Yeah, he's Thanos right now, but Tom Brady is coming next.
He rules the SFL championship wise.
But I'll say everyone is different. Mm-hmm. And every year is a different challenge. I kind of just think, I don't really have a whole lot to prove at this point, but I'm just kind of doing it for love of the game and, enjoying seeing how we can be better.
Indeed. I mean, but look what you have, though. You have continuous players that continue to rejoin you every season. So their players at the back of your hand. I think everybody's gold, if not damn near gold, how lucky are you to have such a team like this to where you don't have to worry about, replacing anybody?
Yeah. No, I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky in a lot of ways. I decided to come back and I was involved with the league for a while. I coached the Baltimore Crabs and then I got the Maulers. I actually came back and coached with Frank Gooden. I coached I think they were I can't remember if they were the Pride at that time or had a different name. And then I was out of the league for a while just because I was in medical school and that's very time consuming. But I decided to come back. And yeah, one of the reasons that I picked the Vultures, well, I love Tim. He's a great person. Like if you were going to be owner, co-owner with anybody, I think he's the one I'd want to be co-owner with. But just even from a logistics standpoint, I knew I could just come and do the things that I enjoyed doing, which was coaching, and I wouldn't have to worry about a lot of the extraneous things. I always say nobody can turn a roster into a team better than TJ. He's, whether it's things he does himself or, empowering people like T-Roy, our team president, SryRon, our team vice president, getting, scouts involved, getting everybody involved, getting everybody to really buy in and kind of take ownership and creating that environment. That's something that is very, very rare, very hard to find a place where that's going to happen. And then, the builds are going to be on point. The progressions are going to be mapped out. I think he's the best defensive coordinator in league history. I think if you look at scoring defense over the past 3 seasons, there's a lot of justification for that. So it's a great situation, you know, and if I weren't co-owner with him and if he weren't coaching, I don't think I would have this many championships by a long shot because I was never any good at defense. So,
wow. Tell you what, you know enough to get 6 rings. So,
yeah.
And he had an undefeated season on 106.
See what I'm saying? So clearly, you know enough. But
all type of accolades.
That's right. So T-Pat, tell me, once your game plan was finalized, did it play out in a similar fashion that your actual Sims did?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Not exactly, because the Sims, you know, we had a couple of different offensive approaches that we were going back and forth with. The one we went with was more of a, like we had some Sims where it looked really good and some where it looked really bad. Not really bad, but didn't look as good.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little riskier. I thought it had more risk, but more reward potential. And that's the one we went with. I felt like the sim we got was more of the risk. It looked like it wasn't going to be that way at the beginning. But, I mean, I always tell people, you know, like, we're not playing horseshoes. You're playing against another opponent who is very good at what they do, and they're trying to scheme and figure out a way to stop what you're doing. And so things aren't going to go exactly the way you plan for them to go because, you know, there's somebody smart on the other end of that controller, you know, trying to make sure that they don't go the way you expect them to go. So that's part of the game.
Okay. Good stuff.
Yeah, can I say something? It reminds me of like when you play like Tecmo Bowl, where you got to pick the certain plays to match against somebody, offense and defense to the scheme. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we put like 79, 70 plays there for the sound.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of like matching plays of if we will attack all run, the person go pass, we might be having a hell of a day. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like you got to match your plays up on what formations that could stop. You know, I don't live out the secret, but you know, you got to put your genius work into it. Bro.
Okay. I mean, you can give us, you know, when I turn the camera off, you can always give us a little secret, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it.
No.
So
No.
I got a message from Jack Wigmore, assistant coach and quarterback, and he wanted to give me this statement to read. Obviously, any season where you win a championship is a success. We were able to bring back most of the team that won it last season, so it's good that we could follow up on that success. I think this year really showed that we are a special team and that we will always be in the mix for a title. What are y'all thoughts about that?
Spoken like a champion.
Agreed.
True statements.
No lies told. Okay, got it.
That's why we call him. That's why we call him Wiggy Dimes. He always know what to go.
I always try to tell people, like, every off season as coaches and owners, our goal is not just to run it back next year. TJ and I and Leroy and SryRon.
Gotcha.
Uh-oh.
I gotta.
He froze.
Yeah, froze up.
Hold on.
He might be grabbing his Glock.
So it's going to be about that time.
Man, look, I just bought a house, and this house is big, and I ain't got used to the creaks and the sounds of it yet. Oh,
Right.
Little thing. You're like, oh no.
We better watch out. You're going to shoot every damn door jam off that you got, thinking a little bit of a little squeak in it.
And then our dishwasher opens up when it's done by itself.
Oh, that's creepy.
That's scary.
That's some creepy shit right there.
Bro, you still in the house?
I was about to reveal some secrets or something, so he pulled the plug.
But nope, not today.
Dang it.
No.
But, yeah, you froze.
We're not just looking like next year. Our plan is not just to do exactly what we did this year and try to win another one. Every single aspect of the game, our roster setup, the player builds. Can we get better play calling on offense? Can we find new plays on defense and new approaches? Can we do better on special teams? Can we do better in the locker room? Can we get people engaged more? Like every single aspect of the entire game, top to bottom, we go into the offseason trying to figure out how we can do better at every single one of those. And for my part, I think you can see on the offense, there's definitely some room to grow and improve. Because the offense didn't look great in the final game, and there were stretches where it didn't. So I'm testing in the offseason. I'm trying to find new plays, new approaches, things that I can pull out and use at different times. But yeah, it's not just a thing where we're going to just put in the same stuff on it back. We're trying to get better. I felt like this year when we started, we were significantly better than we were last year. And I hope that this season coming up, we're going to be even better than we finished the season off. That's our approach.
And it's been working. You can't argue with that.
And I'll say, even just as a rookie, or not just a rookie, but rookie coming into the Vultures, I mean, that's what one thing that drew me to you guys most was that you guys aren't just necessarily, I mean, don't get me wrong, you're a great dynasty, great team, but you're also looking for that single player, experience as well, whether it be through whatever type of growth that you want to do into the season or just whatever you're looking to do forth and just make you a better player. And that was something that just it very well struck with me. And that's why I went ahead and said yes.
Indeed. I understand. I mean, but as I was saying before, y'all a good group of people anyway. Even if you didn't have the rings, even if you didn't have, the wins and things like that. Just a core group of people that I've gotten to know from Baltimore. Y'all are good. So good things happen to good people. So
But it does feel good to have all those rings.
Of course, of course.
T-Pat got 6. I'm trying to be like him when I grow up.
Exactly.
I know that's right. Shit, we just want one, bro. We just one. Can we get one?
One. We gave you one.
One, that's it.
You know
we gave you one.
One with a scorpion on it, man. You know what I'm talking about. But TJ actually wrote in too. And he says, season 17, the Storm had us beat, were it not for one game saving tackle. Season 18, Mexico City had us beat in the semifinals. Still not sure how we won that one. Season 19, Arizona had us beat about 6 times. Reed survived. It has been more of a fortunate run than a dominant run. We were deciding which way to go with the offense and defense playbooks at 12:30 a.m. Saturday morning. This is how much respect we have for Eddie Gage. This was a trying season for the commish, traveling many weekends to provide the best viewing experience. Thank you. We have dear friends on Arizona, including Mr. Gage and Ms. Jackson. What a fierce battle that went into overtime in a title game. Love and respect. You guys had an amazing season. Title game was amazing. And I told Eddie, one beautiful moment erases away years of pain. I've been there. Came so close many times in seasons 3 through 14. You and Eddie will have that moment. So
mic drop.
Right. So that's what I mean, You can't, as much as people want to try to hate and all that kind of stuff, you really can't when they can be mad because they don't have a ring, of course, and A, what do you do about it? But B, when they just see what type of team you guys are, the kind of camaraderie that you have, and look at it from all sides of it, you can't help but to be like, okay, I get it. So
just give us a little respect. That's all, you know.
No,
but do you guys ever take winning for granted though? Because you win so much.
No.
It can be over anytime.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember season 14. I was hoping that we will last as long, lot longer than we actually did in season 14. We got bounced the first game by Queen City. That actually began the mass exodus of our defense at the time, and brought in some new folks that not only fill in their shoes, but took the torch and ran with it. So yeah, I've been a part of stuff where we had a quick exit. Also, yeah, season 11. We had a great season, and it came to the end of the wild card game against Mexico City in a game that I performed poorly, in my opinion. And I still haven't forgotten that, obviously. So it's like, no. We have been bounced early before, so it makes these moments, it makes me appreciate these moments a lot more. So yeah, I definitely don't take winning for granted.
You know, the thing about winning is good, but we also exercise and talk to each other about if we do lose, it's the same as if we win. We give the same respect, and we leave it to T-Pat and TJ, you know, to make it right, you know, make the adjustment for the next game. You know, we know that this run ain't gonna last forever. But God damn it, as long as it lasts, we're gonna slide on that slide board with grease on it, baby.
Till the wheels fall off.
And the thing about it, this is what makes it real fun. See, T-Roy is I always call him the Velvet Hammer. He's like the one you run to, and you know I am not T-Roy at all. You know what I mean? And that's what balances us out. That's that good balance we got. You know, you got TJ and you got T-Pat. I mean, they balance it out perfectly. You know, we, like you said, we know what we want our players to do. You know, we talk about it, we get them in the right position, and we run it. You know what I mean? It's how can I say? It's almost like a moving wheel. You know what I mean? If you mess up one sprocket, it goes wobbly. If you keep everything tight, it runs real good, and that's what we do. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing, though. I wish everybody could enjoy a run like this, but shit, I'm glad they can't. I love being hated. You know what I mean? Somebody got.
Yeah, I actually hope that they don't respect us. Keep giving us more motivational fuel to our fire. Be honest.
Listen, I'll stroke their own egos with gasoline and the fire. You know what I mean?
Over here sounding like Eminem back in the 90s.
I was born to keep it gangster. I was born in the 70s. So
I feel you. When the cops came through in the Dre stood next to the burned down house.
Listen. That's how I feel, though. I mean, and I'm not going to take too much more time, though, because I'm going to run downstairs in a second, though. But, man, I love you guys, man. Let's get the whole team, man. I love the whole team, from the newest person that came on. You're a part of this cog. You're a cog in this machine. Without you, it won't run right. You know what I mean? T-Pat, we grab the right players. We do the same thing. Enjoy this ride as long as you can. And when you don't feel like riding no more, jump off the back of that motherfucker while it's moving, because we ain't going to never stop. It don't even fucking matter. You know,
fucking roll.
Hey, before you go, Ron, before you go downstairs, just answer this one question, because this is the ones I'm going to have for everybody.
Okay.
Why are you here? Why are you in the SFL?
Let's see. You want the honest answer, or you want the bullshit answer?
You dealing with me, I want the honest answer, of course.
Okay. Okay. It was COVID time, about close to COVID time. And I was living in Texas at the time, San Antonio. And I wanted to watch football. And I wanted to watch some football, and I cut on the TV and I seen the SFL. So I said, fuck it, I might as well try it. You know what I mean? I ain't doing shit else. And I liked it. And the funny thing about it, me and Chad, what's his name? Chad. My dude Chad, my bad, bro. Roland.
Chad Roland.
Yeah. He is the one who talked me into coming to Baltimore, because I was going to London. You know what I mean? My sister is from London, lives in London. So I'm like, ooh, that, you know, I like that. And Chad pulled me to come to Baltimore. We was talking. He said, yeah, we love you here. And I said, okay, cool. And then he did his thing and went to London, and we always talk about that all the time. Like, oh man, I'm here and I stayed because when I'm done playing this game, I'm going to retire a Vulture and then go into anything else. I'm never going to own a team. I don't have the aspirations to be a team owner or anything else. I'll help the SFL as much as I can, but my heart is in Baltimore, and anything TJ needs for me to do or to help or anything like that, then I'll do it. You know what I mean? But other than that, I'll never be on another roster. I'll never be on another team, and I would never be able to. I can't even see it. It'll never happen. Never, ever, ever happen. Yeah,
solid.
And that's why I'm here. Look, no shake, bro. No shake. Straight solid. No shake. You know, this is what we do. You know, I know T-Roy, he feel the same way. When it's all done, said and done, he's going to leave a Vulture. You know what I mean? We can't see nothing else. This is all we see. We love the black and red. Only time I don't like the black and red is when it's with Atlanta. But other than that,
and you are muted. See that?
Hey Ryan, don't worry.
You are muted.
The orange and black took care of her Falcons a couple weeks ago.
Ooh, the Falcons.
You are muted.
Hey, y'all gotta give it up for my Dallas Cowboys though. We're coming for that title.
You already whooped our butts earlier this year, this week too. It's like, God dang it.
Yes, sir.
But T-Pat, tell me, why are you still here? Since season 2? Like, why are you still here?
I enjoy the coaching and I enjoy the games. I mean, we come for the games, come to play and compete and win.
Got it. All right.
Spoken like a true Tom Brady.
Man, you already know.
Nate, why are you still here?
You know, just like I said, I found the league and during the COVID on YouTube. I went in on YouTube. I don't know how it sounds. I think I was watching some Pluto, and they had the little SFL thing on there. I'm like, let me watch this. I thought it was mad. I'm like, it's a funny looking mat. No, it's all pro. Okay, I watched it. Then it was like at the bottom, come to the couch and be on the field or something at the bottom of the screen. I'm like, what they talking about? And I looked it up online. Oh, okay. And I just started watching the games weekly. I think it was season 14, the weekly games. And then they said the SFL was about to come out. So I was like, let me jump in there and see what that's about. And I got with the Rattlesnakes. And then I think I ain't started getting hearing from nobody until like week 4. I think Chad was the GM, got on with me. I was like the last pick of that season. I think it was draft 6 or whatever, draft round 6, the last pick. Oh man, and Eddie didn't pick me. Eddie had a chance to pick me.
Yeah.
I told that guy, like, I want to be a Scorpio because I am a Scorpio on my birthday next week, man. It would sound real good. But he left me hanging, so don't worry about it. I got with the Vultures. And I like this, man. I like this. It's a great camaraderie using your brains like a chess game. You know what I mean? You got to have the right pieces in the right places, the right teammates, the right culture, and then you put that stuff in effect, and then you already know.
Ivory, why are you still here?
Why am I still here?
Yeah.
That is a good question. I'll start off by saying this. There's a saying in the Bible that says, all things work together, all things bad will work together for your good. So when I was coming in, it was like, almost 2 years ago, I was an undrafted rookie. Nobody would talk to me. And I saw my name on the draft, and it was number 6. Nobody talked to me, but Chad Rowland recruited me and said, hey, we got a spot. You know, you play wide receiver, you'll be a number 4. I'm like, okay. And then they said, well, we see more talent in you. How about you become the number 1? I said, okay. The reason why I'm still here is I want to show everybody who did not talk to me and didn't give me a chance I want to show them that they were wrong. And I want to do it every game, every season. And I can say, you should have drafted me. You should have took a chance. But the Vultures took a chance on an undrafted guy. And for every snap, every game, I'm repaying them back for that. And I am grateful to show my gratitude and gratefulness for them doing that for me. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm still here.
You've definitely done that.
Won't he do it?
Yes. Won't he do it?
For sure.
DJ, why are you still here?
Man, I mean, it is my first season, you know what I mean? And this
is actually why you're still in the league, too. This is, Vulture, why you in the league?
Well, I mean, I just love to be in the season period, no matter who I'm with, to be honest. It turned out to be a great opportunity that, I mean, like I said, I'm only my second season in the major league. So it's something that, I may never, ever get to experience this again. I understand that I'm behind a Lloyd Graham Jr. that is an excellent, one of the best tight ends in the entire league. So it's hard to be his shadow. I try to do everything that I can, but like they explained as well, they definitely make me feel that I do something very good for this team as well. And I definitely like to be there every game. Whether or not I'm making every catch, I'm encouraging, trying to do everything I can. I've had my ups and downs too. I mean, hey, we all get a little heated there, and but
trust me, I did too. So you're not alone.
oh yeah.
I cannot say that I'm not that.
It happens, man. I totally get it, and it's all part of it. I'm still figuring it all out. And eventually, maybe like how we talked about last time, maybe I'd like to do some scouting or some other type of coaching or something here in the future. Just still getting my feet more and more into it, and still reaching out a little bit. But the main reason just was the experience. I mean, just of trying to be with this winning culture and just something that I may never get to do it again. So that was my main drive for sure. And they definitely made it hard to say no. So
I can imagine. T-Roy? Why are you still here?
Well, I'm still here because I'm not tired. I'm still willing to do this. And I'm very blessed. And I thank God that he led me to the SFL back in, actually, to be honest with you, the winter of 2018, because that's when I became a fan. And then I joined in the summer of 2018, and I've been fortunate enough to be drafted by Baltimore. And there's a story with that I'll be glad to tell, just not today because I'm not wasting anybody's time. But I've been glad to have been part of Baltimore Vultures since day one, and I've been glad to have been part of this family who's been very supportive of me, not only as a player, but when I eventually became vice president, eventually became GM and president, and look where I'm at now. I'm very happy that I've been around this long and I stuck with it. That's one of the things that I would like to do. Just, hey, I just want to stick with something, not back out when I could have easily done it back in season 14 after we lost. And then we had that mass exodus. I'm glad I stuck around. I'm glad that I was a part of this family. I wouldn't, if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't change anything, to be honest. Wouldn't change anything. I love it. I love being here. Love being part of the team. Love being part of the broadcast team back when I was doing it on a regular. Do miss doing the podcast, but, work has gotten a lot more stressful than usual. As you can tell from my time from your podcast, I had less gray hair. And now I got a lot more. So I can let you know things have changed. But I'm glad that this league is probably, to be honest with you, the one thing that legitimately, besides being able to wake up and talk to my parents, talk to my cousins, that's my family, this league is the one thing that consistently brings me joy. So, and I'm not done yet. So I want to keep going, keep being around the Vulture family for as long as I can. And, just have fun. I enjoy it, and I wouldn't miss it for anything else. I want to keep doing it. So I'm not done for y'all yet.
All right. This is my last question for everybody because I know it's late. But I want to know. Wait a minute. Let me remember what the heck it was.
I messed her up. I'm sorry.
You did. Okay, so what was, you can name one moment from the championship game and or one moment that one game from the entire season, from this season, that was your favorite moment. So that could either be from the championship game and or just any game that you guys played.
Dang, because that's kind of,
that's a hard one. There's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one though. I'm gonna take the first game when I got 4 or 3 sacks on DC and we won 26-6.
Nasty.
Yeah, that's when Nasty Nate came in right there.
Yes, sir. That's when it was established. First game.
Yeah, that was one right there. Jump on those guys early. What we say? Slay the dragon. Got to slay the dragon.
Indeed, you did.
You know what? I think actually that same game, I think I actually had one of my best plays where I got caught. I'm not sure if it was DC or not. I'm not even gonna front, but I had one play where I caught it at the 2 inches before my first touchdown, and
you should have scored.
Man, I can't remember the game, but what a game that was. That was an awesome game.
So,
Irv, I know you got a lot. Irv got a lot.
Oh yeah,
kick return.
Yeah. How many?
I think my favorite one, because still getting used to the role as a returner, is in the semifinal against Mexico City, I believe, where I scored both a touchdown on the kick return and a punt return.
Nasty.
Who does that?
Yeah, that's nasty.
Only thing I can think of who did that, maybe Gio.
I was about to say Gio,
yeah. Gabriel Manning. I think is known to do stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So Ivory, like we said off camera, when we made the switch from Gio to Ivory, T-Pat, TJ, myself, we all strongly believed that was going to be a good switch for us because we knew that Ivory had the ability to do it.
It wasn't Willie Cluck, it was Willie get up out of here.
Okay. Seriously.
Willie get up out of here.
T-Ray, what's one of your favorite games and one of your favorite moments?
I guess my favorite moment would be Shark kicking that field goal to put Saturday's game to rest because, like I said, I was literally yelling, "Kick the damn ball!" once Warren got that first down in overtime, that final first down, and All-Pro AI was being All-Pro AI at that time, decided no, we're going to make this a lot more stressful for everybody involved. So when Shark was able to make that final kick, that field goal, was like, thank God, because my blood pressure was going through the roof at that time, and I finally was able to start calming down because if we would have lost it after what the AI was trying to do, I don't know.
I got no fingernails right now. My fingernails are gone.
Right. Right.
No. Hey.
So, that was my favorite moment. I did have a run against DC at the end of the regular season. That was my best run as a fullback. But my favorite moment, legit, was Shark making that field goal to give us that fourth because, that's just that solidified the Vultures franchise as a dynasty, in my opinion.
But how did he miss that one though when it was short? I was like, oh!
I think that's the first time he missed that one.
I never would have guessed he was going to miss that.
He made it up.
In fact, he had it.
He made up for it. So
he did.
I'll take that loss.
He made a lot of game-winning field goals for us. In fact,
Man.
The second game against Queen City in week 11, he made a game-winning field goal. Season 11. The second game against Queen City, he made a game-winning field goal. He hasn't made a bunch of game-winning field goals, so I hope to at one point hear his name. He's talking about people going to Hall of Fame. Definitely Shark.
Straight to the Hall.
Most definitely deserved.
Shark has won the game for us on numerous occasions. So as far as a closer, clutch kicker, Shark.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Shark-o-matic.
All right, then. T-Pat.
It's a tough one, but I gotta say, honestly, my favorite moments were every time that Enzo Bolt would get a pick six.
Oh, yes.
Because you got a guy who's like your fourth cornerback and just called out all season long. And I think he had one that I've never seen in the game before or since. I even like called my wife and took him watch it because it was like a diving interception. It was crazy. But I don't know. I just love it when people who aren't like, you know, they have kind of like a more limited role, but they make big plays because, you know, we always pay lip service to the fact that like everybody's important, but it's not really lip service. You'd be surprised. Even some, you know, we had a game that possibly player of the game could have been like Damon Morehouse. If you go back and watch some of our championship games, you've got like, you know, even non-star players making big plays. But when our guys like DJ and Enzo make big plays, that's like my favorite thing.
All right, man.
Much appreciated.
I forgot all about Damon. Hey, dude, does he progress? Does he get a progression?
He's been the backup halfback since the Vultures were in existence. I know that because he was my backup. So he wore 43 at one. He took a touchdown from me in the game against St. Louis because I got too damn tired. That's my fault. And Damon was calling that game too. He thought it was me scoring. He realized it was Damon Morehouse. I was like, yeah, that was Damon. That's my damn fault for getting tired.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Damon's been. I told TJ if there's one non-contract player we have to keep no matter what, it's Damon, and he proved it again. Yeah,
and on special teams, he be making tackles on special teams. So
he actually recovered a fumble in one of the. I think it was the Florida game in the championship that helped turn things around for us. Yeah, so Damon, if there's a non-contract running back that potentially could be in the Hall of Fame, it should be him. Be real with you.
Facts.
Non-contract Hall of Fame.
Yeah, because there are some. There's some non-players that are in the Hall of Fame.
Oh man, that's crazy.
So T-Pat, I want to know, what is some advice that you would give to aspiring coaches, to seasoned coaches, you know, that look up to you?
Like to get better?
Yeah. Or just in general. Something that you think that every coach should know.
Honestly, you got to put in the work. And this is going to sound really dumb, but watch the game, watch the Sims, and take out plays that aren't working and put in more plays like the ones that are working.
It sounds so simple. It sounds so simple, but it's over 8,000 plays, and you've probably seen a whole lot of them, you know, especially with your tenure here. You and TJ, you probably know at least about 4,000 of them, you know.
Yeah, like sometimes, like when I do our scouting, or a lot of it, so I'll build like the other team's playbooks. So, like when we were in Las Vegas, I just did it without the game. I just watched the plays and write down what they called and send it back to TJ.
That's crazy. Well, when you put in the time and the effort, you know, Drew really was saying that he put over about 200 days in just stemming and things like that. And I can only imagine the amount of time that you and TJ have taken. I mean,
lot.
from all of this whole, yeah. So,
Thank you.
kudos,
Yep,
kudos
sincerely.
to you guys,
Much appreciated.
man. And I think every team, if they are looking at it from not from a jealousy standpoint, but from a standpoint of learning, and wanting to get better, I think that you guys are the pinnacle. You guys are that bar that's set right now that everybody has to surpass, not just look up to and live up to. You have to surpass it. So,
But I mean, I guess kind of the point that I'm making is that in some ways it's not as complicated as you might think it is. You got to test a lot of plays so you can see what plays work against, what different defenses. But at the end of the day, that's really what we're doing. We're putting in plays, and I'm watching the sims. And when I see plays that don't work consistently, I take them out. And when I see plays that work really well, I try to find more plays like that and put them in.
So it's not.
I think you can overcomplicate things, but at its core, that's basically what you're doing. And you want to watch other teams and watch things that work and that seem to not work. Every week when I watch other teams, I'm surprised at the plays that they leave in their playbook. That I watch them and they just don't seem like they really work that well, but they're still in the playbook. There's no play in our offensive playbook that's safe. If it doesn't work, it's coming out. Now we do have some plays that we obviously use a lot because they pretty much always work, but I don't know. That's what I would say.
So how many hours would you say you spend, let's say, just for a championship game or versus a regular game, Sim? Is it pretty much the same time?
I mean, I spend a little bit more for the championship game because we'll test like a lot of different things just to kind of do our due diligence. When I started, I would spend about maybe like 20 hours a week. For most games during the regular season, it's about maybe like 8 to 10 hours a week. Because I kind of already can watch, you kind of build up a mental store of like what works and what doesn't work. So when I watch scouting on a team, it helps to be the person who does the scouting and builds the playbook. Mm-hmm. But I kind of already know what I want to try. And then it just kind of depends on how it works. Sometimes you put in a game plan that you think is going to work and it works really well the first time and you're pretty much done early. And sometimes you put in a game plan that you think is going to work and it doesn't. And you just have to keep trying. I mean, I don't know if I did this season, but I've gone up to like offense number 11. Like I've tried 11 different offenses against the team before I found one that worked before in the past. So just depends what's working and what's not. And that can be pretty unpredictable from week to week. Mm. But you also need the experience that you can come up with 11 different offenses. You keep coming up with different ideas, but part of that, because I've been on teams that do it all sorts of ways. I've been on run heavy teams, pass only teams with 2 tight ends, teams with 1 tight end, teams with fullback, teams with no fullback. So, I won't ramble on, but you guys get the idea.
No, I don't look at it as rambling. I look at it as an opportunity to learn from one of the best. And if people are wise, they will listen to what you have to say. So. But this was some good stuff. And I know, T-Pat, this is your first time actually on the show, period.
Oh, yeah.
So
I think I came on one of the years before at the show that was similar to this after we won. I don't think I said a lot, or maybe I just watched and I felt like I was on.
Well, I can archive it.
Get to be a man, you can't remember.
Hey, well, either way, I would love to have you back on. I know that you're busy, but I'd love to have you back on to get more personal things about you, that people may not know and things like that. But guys, this was amazing. Again, kudos to you. People thought this was going to be a difficult show for me to do because, y'all had to beat us to win. Especially my daughter.
Family. You
right.
family.
Right. It's almost like you're...
We fight a couple times, we
right.
Big brother,
it's like your big brother got you in the head, like, stop playing. Why you gotta do it? But in the grand scheme of things, to go against, have the opportunity as a number 5 seed to go against one of the best team in the league. It was an honor, and to take you guys to overtime and to, that kick. If none of that ever happens, you never know. But what happened was meant to. Congratulations on your 4th ring, your 4th title. I know that this means a lot to everybody. I want to give a special shout out to Maddie.
Wait, question. Me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead. No.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was wondering if I can name the players because I know you're about to just do it.
Yes, you can.
So I definitely want to give a shout out to Jack Wigmore, Warren Murray, Lloyd Graham Jr., DJ Bandit, the Bear, Ivory Ervin, Mac Chima, Daly Holder, Shark Tarkington, and Matty Coffins. And then defense, Al Walker, Joe Duncan, Nate Brown, SryRon Yates, Devin King at linebacker, along with Alvin Mack and Frank for real Smith. And then secondary, Marvin Himes, Elijah Warfield, Enzo Boat, Giovanni Boat, the Boat brothers. Also, Matty Coffins and Shark Tarkington, they know each other, so I was glad I was able to get Matty Coffins in. Troy Lowshaw.
Don't forget Ben Stacking Paper.
Yes, and Ben Stacking Paper. Cannot forget stacking up. And shout outs to our coaching staff and our co-owners, Thomas Patneri. Thank you, Dr. T-Pat, for everything you've done for us. Thank you, TJ, for everything you've done for us. And Jack and everybody else that's done scouting. Thank you guys so much. We couldn't have been here without all y'all.
One love.
Much love, man. Vulture culture, baby.
And I'm gonna let you guys have the last word. So you can be either some shout outs, it could be a poem, it could be a song, whatever you want to do. Right now, the floor is yours. DJ, give it to me.
Vulture culture, baby. Let's go get another.
And Nate?
You already know. Vultures for life. I ain't going nowhere. I told you I'm going to be the water boy.
Ivory?
I'm just going to say, thank the Lord for getting through one season, for us getting it all. I'd like to thank all my teammates because this is a great locker room with a great bunch of guys and a great bunch of players themselves. And I want to give my hats off to T-Pat and the rest of management because we have an exceptional management team that continues to do this every season and put out good. And we have the best. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to say thank you for another great season, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Indeed. T-Roy?
I want to thank God again for putting me in this opportunity to lead me to SFL and experience the family, not only in the Baltimore Vultures locker room, but in the SFL in general. Thank God for all the friendships that I have made up to this point and hopefully will continue to make after today. So I've been very blessed to be a part of the Vultures and the SFL for as many years to come. So thank God for everything. And thank you, Vultures family, as always, for your love and support.
All right. And lastly, T-Pat.
I want to start at the top. Thank Cam for keeping the league going, for the commissioner and the assistant commissioner, deputy commissioner. I want to thank all the broadcasters, all the people who do scouting, Without all those people, this really isn't anything. And then to T-Roy, to everyone who's ever put in work for the Vultures, sounds like Chad Rowland had a large role in the roster that we have right now. T-Roy, and then just all the I wanted to thank the podcasters too, because like people like yourself, Ashley, really add a lot to the league. But to all the Vultures, yeah, absolutely. To all the Vultures, people who are willing to come and do these podcasts and talk, we can call plays, but without the players, it's not going to happen. So you guys are what make the Vultures, not us. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
stuff,
you.
gentlemen. Good stuff. Again, congratulations.
We salute you.
So,
bye, y'all. Thank you.
Bye.
have a good one.
Night, Ashley.